Hello, the Wave Lad.
Yeah, am I speaking to the Wave Lad?
Literally just said that.
Oh, hey dude, it's Jay from Velvet and Media here. Just calling about the ADR job we did earlier.
Go on.
Yeah, the client absolutely loved the vibe.
Good.
Yeah, he just felt that the guy in the interview was a little bit too posh.
Well, he is posh.
Yeah, the thing is, the firm's based in Birmingham, and I think they want him to sound a little bit more brummy.
Well, sounds like you need to get a Brummy then.
Yeah, either that or maybe we get it revoiced.
Revoiced.
Yeah, we were just thinking maybe that you could do it.
Me?
Yeah, we just don't have any budget left, and we really need it done today.
What, today?
Yeah, if we could get the whole piece revoiced in a Brummie accent for no money, that would be absolutely great.
Yeah, but-
Thank you so much. Cheers, bye.
It was gone. Well, you heard the man. He wants to get the dialogue replaced with a different accent. So that is what we are going to do for the man. And he wants it by lunchtime. So we better be quick. So what have we got here? I have got a guide track, which is a stereo audio track here. And I've got a record track here where I'm going to be recording the replacement dialogue that this guy needs. I've just got a little EQ with a bass roll off and a little bit of something around, 5K I've just taken out. That's just where I'm a little bit hissy in my voice. I've got a compressor there, which I don't need at the moment, so I'm going to get rid of that. And on this track here, I've got these little beeps here. So let me just play you those. So I've just made those out of some 1K tone and I've put them 1 second apart. So what these are here for is when we record our replacement dialogue, it's just going to give us a little bit of a run-in. And you've got 3 little beeps, and then after the third beep, second after that, you come in with your dialogue replacement. So without further ado, let us get our video in. So you can either go up to File, Import and Video, or you can just drag it from your Finder, which is what I'm going to do here. So you can just drag that and just plonk it anywhere, and it'll ask you where you want to put it on this little dialog box. And I'm just going to spot that, make sure import audio from file is checked because we need that, and press OK. And it'll ask us where to put it. And we're going to put it at 10.0.0.0.0.0. It's going to ask us where to put it in the audio files. And there we go. It's just slung it down there. It looks a bit like me, doesn't he, the guy in the video? So let's just plonk that on the guide track. When you're moving audio in Pro Tools and you don't want it to slip around, if you hold Control down, then it will stay in sync. There we go. And I'm just going to delete that audio track there because I don't need that anymore. Okay, so here's our video. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to our window and find our video window. There we go. And hopefully this is big enough for you to see. At PB Projects, we believe practical planning and proper preparation build positive partnerships. Well, you get the idea. So basically, they want a Brummie accent instead of a posh accent. So I've got the script and we're going to do it a little bit at a time. And I'm going to replace this dialogue in a Brummie accent, I guess. First thing we need to check is we need to check in Setup Preferences when we need to check in the Operation tab, and we need to make sure that Automatically Create New Playlists when Loop Recording is checked, so that every time we make a clip when we're loop recording and then we loop over again, it's going to make a new clip and sling it in our little playlists. But I'll show you all that in a second. Don't panic. Let's just move that out of the way there. And we're going to put our record mode into loop mode there. And let's just see what section we can do. I'm just going to put that over there for now. Let's just play a little bit of it. At PB Projects, we believe practical planning and proper preparation build positive partnerships. Well, I think I can probably do that in one, maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down just in the clip here. So I'm just going to pull that level down because it's going to be quite loud in my headphones. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the start of the beeps. And then if I just click before the beeps, and I'm just going to press the speech mark key, and that will take me to the first frame of the beep there. And I'm just going to hold shift down and select up to the end of that sentence. And I've got the script in front of me here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to press record, and I'm just going to try and do this as close as I can. Then I'll show you where it's put all my clips. It's going to loop record over and over again, and it will record a new clip for each loop. Let's go, shall we? At
At
PB Projects, we believe practical planning and proper preparation build positive partnerships. At PB Projects, we believe practical planning and proper preparation build positive partnerships. At PB Projects, we believe practical planning and proper preparation build positive partnerships. There we go. So we've got 3 clips there, and you can see, let me just move that out of the way for you, that it's automatically made a new playlist for each clip. And you can't hear these playlists, but you can solo them just by clicking this little speaker icon here, so you can hear which one is playing. And let's have a look. Shall we see what we've done? So I'm just going to trim that. I'm just going to take that up for now, and I'm going to mute it. And I'm just going to see if I can match the waveforms. I'm sorry, I'm going to move this video backwards and forwards just so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, let's have a look. I'm just going to gap this here, and I'm just going to put that one there. Maybe take that back a bit. And I'm just going to get it roughly in place. This one's a little bit out. It might sound a bit staggered. I don't know. I'm just going to see what it sounds like anyway. And then just take that one back a bit. And then also what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my trim tool, go to the time compression expansion thing. And as you trim the clip, it'll time compress it just to kind of make it fit better. So let's just move that in a bit. There you go. You see it scrunched it up a tiny bit. Let me just click there, separate that, move that back a little bit. And I think that might fit a little bit better, actually. This one could do with scrunching a little bit, maybe, and a little bit more. This one looks okay. This one, again, I'm just going to scrunch that one up a bit. Move this one back to line that up a little bit better. That's sort of looking quite good. And I'm just going to move this little section here. Let's consolidate that clip with Shift Option 3, and I think everything else looks pretty good. And this is just the last take. The other 2 takes are these 2 here, just below it. We'll have a look at those in a minute. Okay, so should we let's give that a play, see how that looks. At PB Projects, we believe practical planning and proper preparation build positive partnerships. It's actually pretty good, isn't it? Okay, right. Well, I think that's our master take. Okay, should we do the next bit? Let's unmute our guide track. If you don't know how to do that, it is you just click on the clip and then you press Command M for mother, or I think Control M on a PC probably. Let's play the next bit.
From public buildings to bespoke property developments.
Right, should we do that bit? What we can do here, I'm just going to mute what was there before, because otherwise it's going to distract me. What we can do is move our beeps up so we are 3 seconds before that first waveform of the next bit here. And we're just going to do up to
Property developments.
property developments. So let's just select that, drag that, and then just go to the beep there. Here we go.
Build positive partnerships.
Actually, that's the point. It's going to record over all the stuff I did before with the beeps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pre-roll. Let's do 4 seconds to be safe. And then I'm going to start the record here. And that should, if I press record, just give us the beeps before it. I'm just going to give it a little bit extra there. Okay, I'm just going to take this down actually, and let's give it a go.
Preparation build positive partnerships.
From public buildings to bespoke property developments. From public buildings to bespoke property developments. From public buildings to bespoke property developments. There we go. It's created some playlists down here now, but that's fine. So let's go with the last take. Let me just move that over here so we can see what we're doing. I'm going to take that back up again so we can see the waveforms better. Okay, I'm just going to separate this little bit, move that, and separate this bit. I might give that a little time stretch. So I'm just going to change that to the TCE, stretch that one out, move that one. Might stretch that one, squash that one a little bit. There we go. And then finally just squash this one up a little bit. Move that there. Okay, I'm going to take my pre-roll off for this, for playback. Let's mute that. From public buildings to bespoke property developments. Bang on. Nice. Okay, and then let's do the next bit.
Our experienced team provides dependable support backed by professional service.
Right, let's mute the bit before. Let's take our beeps up here. Actually, I'm going to move that up there so we can see them. And these are a little running beeps. I'm just going to bump that up to the first frame-ish of that bit. I'm just going to make sure the video's over here so that I can see everything. Okay, let's give it a whirl.
Our experienced team provides dependable support backed by professional service. Our experienced team provides dependable support backed by professional service. Our experienced team provides dependable support backed by professional service.
Take my pre-roll off, see how we're doing. Oh, there's my playlists down there. I'm going to bring those up. Let's have a look.
Backed by professional service.
Oh dear, that's not very good, is it? So I might need to use something from another take here. So I think the first bit's pretty good by the looks of things. Just going to split that there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Second bit looks atrocious. Let me get rid of that. And I'm just going to take this bit. By professional service. That's better, isn't it? So I've just nicked one of the previous takes. Might have to close the gap on this little bit here. Let's use our little time stretch tool. There we go. I think that might do it. And let's just switch back to standard. See what is going on here. Let's just mute that bit. Our experienced team provides dependable support backed by professional service. It's almost there. It's a little bit floppy. Right, just going to move that bit. Let's close that little gap there and consolidate that clip. And then I'm just going to time stretch that a little bit in, squash it up a bit. There we go. Let's try this. Oh, hang on. That first bit's a bit dodgy as well. Let's just maybe... Our experienced team provides dependable support backed by professional service. That'll do us. Come on, we're not making an album. That's what my old boss used to say. Okay, let's unmute this and see what the last bit is.
PB Projects, building better business.
There we go. So let's just do this last bit. Let's take that down a little bit. I'm just going to mute the rest of this. And bring our beeps up and just whack it on the first frame-ish around there. And then just highlight the rest of that and get that out of the way. Put our pre-roll on and here we go. PB Projects, building better business. PB Projects, building better business. PB Projects, building better business. That'll do. Where's it about? The takes right down here. Let's just grab those and bring them up. Mind you, I think the last one will be all right. Let's have a look at the waveforms of the original. Or maybe the first bit of the first take. Let me just grab that from there. There we go. It looks a bit better, doesn't it? Let's move that and that. Let's just gap that a tiny bit. I think it's pretty much bang on. Let's have a look. Let's mute the guide. Oh, take a pre-roll off. PB Projects, building better business. Nice. Well, there we go. Job's done. So I can get that over to him by lunchtime. Let's just mute the beeps. And I'm going to close our playlist window, go back to waveform, and then let's have a little playthrough. At PB Projects, we believe practical planning and proper preparation build positive partnerships. From public buildings to bespoke property developments, Our experienced team provides dependable support backed by professional service, PB projects, building better business. There we go. And that we've just ADR'd that in very little time, actually. So all we've got to do now is bounce it out. So what we do is we'll highlight the video clip there, go to File, Bounce Mix, and if we want to bounce it with the video, we just select from the drop down here, MOV. There we go. And we call it ADR sesh. Mono summed. Yeah, it's just going to be a mono VO file, and bounce it to disk. And that's been bounced to bounce files, and we are done. So there we go. That is how to turn a posh person into a brummie really easily. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you learned a lot from that. Like and subscribe and all that malarkey, and join my Patreon, I guess. And I'll upload the project with all the beeps and everything in the video, and you can have a go yourself doing silly accents and ADRing it. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.